Hi, I'm DC, and if I had the whole 4 minutes, I'd be able to complete the sentence about getting away from me.
Hi, I'm Topher, and if I had the full 4 minutes, I would achieve peace on Earth, one hole at a time.
Hi, I'm Edison. Nothing would change.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to this corner of YouTube and then also Patreon, where we're reacting to episode 6 of 4 Minutes with the one, the only, the lovely, the magnanimous, the gorgeous, the supermodel, the kind, the spiritually sound Topher from Topher Reacts.
I don't know how much I had to pay for that shout out. My goodness. My knees are still aching. Hello.
We're well over halfway through. We're closer to the end than the beginning. And especially in the last episode, we're like, get right back where we started from. Great on the gurney, and thanks to the eagle eye of Topher there, we know it's his nipples and it's him. And so now that he's awake, not awake, or whatever, what do we think everything's going to happen for the rest of these, the next like 6, 7, and 8 episodes?
I guess we insinuated that he didn't get the full 4 minutes last episode, because if he did, he'd have more time to, like, that was quite a shock to us that the gunman happened straight away. So I don't know what's going there, but what we know is that they're not necessarily like two timelines in existence, but we're being told two perspectives. I mean, assuming like time isn't linear, we've got Tonkla's perspective, in which we know his descent into madness, we know his revenge for brother plot, we know that there are 2 murders, and that we're showing fragments of how that's happened. So I think we get an idea of the full picture of how things are heading, but we also see what happens when Great tries to change the past. It may have some flow-on effects because Tonkla can kind of hear his brother, kind of not, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but I feel like the other woman who can see 4 minutes in the future is going to be like this consciousness guy, like, this is how you can save yourself because that's what I did. And they're meeting in this like abstract space. How do we call it? Like the default timeline, like the canon timeline in which he's in the heart attack state, like in the CPR state. What he did in that timeline was that it's confusing, but he would have done his initial choices, which would... No, wait, I'm confused actually as I'm talking, because in his original timeline, he would have hit the woman who tried to unalive herself. She might not have made it, and then if she didn't make it, she wouldn't have called the hitman, so maybe she did make it in the original timeline. You know, there are consequences to his actions. He saved Dome in one timeline. He also saved Nan in a different, in the same timeline, but Nan could have died in the canonical one. So it makes me wonder what these changes and the flow-on effects have. So I have no idea.
So, Topher, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm still on the idea that, you know, this is it's all a dream. Or, well, not all a dream, but it's all him on his deathbed. His brain is running out of oxygen. I feel like that's why the 4 minutes this last time around just didn't last the full 4 minutes. Like his brain he's reaching that 4 minute limit, and his brain's like, nope, sorry, we can't rewrite this. We can't rewrite this. We can't rewrite this. She got to die. That's where I'm still going. I don't know exactly how Tonkla fits into all of it. I hypothesize that he's probably the one who, episodes ago, I hypothesized he's probably the one who shot Great, but we saw someone else shot Great, so that's not it. I feel like Tonkla's still here killing somebody. Maybe he's the one who shoots Time. I don't know.
You don't think he kills Tidal as for revenge?
Well, also Tidal. But like,
He kills everybody. He's a mass murderer.
Yeah, I don't care about Tidal. Tidal can die. That's fine. Whatever. I don't care. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how all that's going to fit in, but I'm interested to see what twists and turns they take us on. And yeah, hopefully we can get that ass episode ratio back up.
I am still going with my original thing where a couple episodes, it's all a dream. And just like it was said, what the guy was talking about as the monologue about how the brain and slowly dying in 4 minutes. And just like Topher said, he was running out of 4 minutes, so he didn't have the whole thing. And I just think it's going to be a dream, but then also with a lot of this dream writing there, it's often written badly. So like sometimes we're just going to be like, but what about that thing over there? It doesn't matter. It was all a dream. What about this person who we saw their perspective? Doesn't matter. So I think it's going to be a combination of it being a dream and bad writing. So, but it'll be but. There'll be but.
I can only hope.
But we're all on the same page that he's rewriting his past, right? Like,
yeah, that's what I feel until they show me something that drastically deviates from that idea. That's what I'm sticking to for right now.
yeah.
I think it's just he's rewriting his past in his dream, but it doesn't really happen in reality because he's still dreaming. It's the difference between the dream world and the real world. He's not there.
ครับนายอนุวัฒน์น่าจะหนีไปแล้วครับ
I mean, that's a lot of house for you to have just checked in those 2 seconds.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Flashback.
This must be the canonical timeline, then,
The one where he ran?
where it all started. But then how does he get shot if she dies? Unless
Tonka.
she has her own 4 minutes.
I don't think she got 4 minutes.
I don't think so too, no.
รับรองงานกูได้ตีพิมพ์เมืองนอกแน่นอน
Is this Nan? Not sure.
2 ปีเธอเปลี่ยนไปเยอะมากเลยนะ
อะไรอะนัดเราก็เป็นของเราอย่างนี้อยู่แล้วปะ
ที่ผ่านมาเราซัพพอร์ตเธอมาตลอด ช่วยดูแลเรื่องโรคเบาหวานให้ยายของเธอทำทุกอย่างที่เธออยากให้เราทำทำไมถึงไม่ดูแลความรู้สึกของเราบ้างเลยวะ โอเค เข้าใจแล้ว งั้นเราคงไม่มีอะไรต้องคุยกันอีก
Oh,
So, kill anybody lately?
welcome
You
to the
just,
family.
I mean, seen your car.
Just another Wednesday. It happens, son. You know?
Don't be ashamed.
พ่อสั่งลบกล้องวงจรปิดให้หมดแล้ว
Eh? I've killed plenty of people.
So you want some dim sims?
Great.
What are those?
นี่แกขับรถชนคนตาย ยังทำตัวไม่รู้ร้อนหนาวอีกนี่ถ้าพ่อไม่สนิทกับตำรวจป่านนี้แกได้เข้าไปนอนคุกแล้ว
Interesting.
ไอ้ลูกเวรที่กูแทบจะต้องไปกราบตีนกับตำรวจ แต่มึงทำตัวแบบนี้เหรอ
Almost had to, but you didn't.
ฮัลโหล
ต้นคลิปนั้นคือที่อะไรวะ โดมมันถ่ายติดมึงกับวิวได้ไง
เรื่องนั้นเอาไว้ก่อน ตอนนี้กูใกล้จะถึงคอนโดมึงละ
มาทำไม
เดี๋ยวกูไปถึงมึงก็รู้เองอ่ะ กูมีเรื่องสนุกๆให้มึงช่วยทำเว้ย
Well, we already killed one person, so might as well kill everybody.
เฮ้ยต้น
You gonna kill him?
Well, yes, he already did in
ไอ้ต้น
the.
ยา
That's a lot.
I mean, he just recorded you yelling at your girlfriend. That feels a little excessive.
จะช่วยหรือไม่ช่วยกู
ทำไมมึงไม่เรียกลูกน้องพ่อมาจัดการวะ
ไม่เอาอ่ะ กูไม่อยากให้พ่อกูรู้แม่งน่ารำคาญ มึงมาช่วยกูยกมันหน่อยดิ มาแล้ว
help you carry. Do you have gloves on? No, I'm not gonna help you. Sorry. Are there gloves in the car that I can wear to carry him? No. I'm not touching this dead body.
มึงว่าตำรวจจะจับเราได้ปะวะ
Probably. Yeah.
ไอ้โดมแม่งเครียด โดดน้ำฆ่าตัวตาย
But
ไม่ต้องห่วงพี่
Yes.
Yes. He bludgeoned himself repeatedly
กูมึงอะ
and then jumped into the. Yes.
who
ด่าน
dis?
ไหนดีวะ
Probably the video camera in the car.
Oh, the dashboard.
มึ
Damn.
งเครียดอีกเหรอวะ
Yes. You
Good
just
one.
murdered someone.
คนตายทั้งคนนะเว้ย
Are we doing a commercial for cat food right now?
I mean, if they are, it is a wasted opportunity to not have him sleeping with all the lights on, like every other BL series, because I can't see what that product was.
Okay, we're having a sliding doors moment.
We don't know why he's at the hospital. He's just at the hospital.
Yeah, they'll tell us when we need to know.
มีเอกสารที่เซ็น
Sliding doors moment. We miss each other.
But he has the memory of them having sex.
คนไข้ชื่ออะไรคะ
So it must have happened at one
มี
point.
ประวัติแพ้ยา
Oh,
ไม่มีครับ
okay.
วันนี้คุณหมอสั่งยานอนหลับแล้วก็คลายเครียดให้นะคะ
He's doing it on purpose. You're
No,
the
I'm sorry. Here, let me help you. No.
Right? I mean, he's
stressed, but like,
he's like killed people and murdered people. He doesn't really like
I got
bumping
time,
into-
bro. I'm sorry.
Right. Bumping into people is just I'm taking lives, you know.
Child's play.
I wonder if he convinces him to help him take down his family. Alright, Dr. Time.
Bend and snap.
How does he know that seduction is gonna work?
ระวังไปเดินชนเขาอีกแล้ว
Okay, soundtrack. Where we going?
Right?
Sex.
Soundtrack to someone about to get dicked down. Yes. Okay.
Yes. That's where the memory's from.
ผมชื่อทามนะ
Great
And together we can be a great time.
Oh,
ปกติมาที่นี่บ่อยไหมครับ
you're so smooth.
Say that, didn't you? She rated all series just to,
Shut up. I came with that just now. What are you talking about?
I can see over at home with a big whiteboard.
เรา
Like, no, it's not time yet. It's not time yet.
ผมว่ามีอย่างอื่นน่าสนใจกว่า
What?
My dick.
Tom, how do you know this will work? He's so brazen. He's like, seduction is the way to bring down your company. 100%. You know what? Good for you. Good for you for being so bold.
เมาข
Too
นาดนั้น
dark. I can't see what you
So I-
grabbing.
ลองดูปะล่ะ
Really? Oh.
Oh?
Oh,
Is this the sultry version? This is the sultry version.
I mean, it is for me.
This is sultry.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
His memories were definitely more well lit. So this.
Fair. Do you have the supplies you need, though?
That's why he asked to come in the bathroom. Right below the nightstand, or in the drawer of the nightstand, you have.
That's not his bathroom.
He's preparing.
Oh.
And everything nice and soft and supple and clean.
Hmm.
Washing away a week of murder before he.
It was only a day. It wasn't a week.
Is that a.
Well, I don't know how long it's been since that murder happened that he went to the hospital to get his medicine. So, and who knows? There could have been other murders that they haven't shown us yet.
See, there you go. At least he's safe. He may murder somebody, but sexual health is important. Murder, man, but safe sex.
Yes. Should always put on gloves before you murder.
So it's been up this whole time?
I mean, he is a professional. He knows. Yes, a bit lower. He knows what he's doing.
Okay, just as a side note, you may also want to put some like
Oh,
just a
damn.
little bit of lube on the inside of the condoms to help it slip on, but not too much that it slips off during safe sex because this is serious sexual health.
For Hub. Oh my. Wait, what is the point of this? Blackmail?
Well, he record. Sometimes people like to record their, sexy time. I don't know why.
This will bring down the company? Like,
maybe it's like they want to see how good they were, or it's like a
do it for mom.
I feel like if it's an attempt to bring down the company, like Daddy could just like use his powers that be and get the video taken down within a matter of minutes. Like I feel like this isn't.
Could he?
But then also, why does it matter? Like, oh no,
my son had sex with somebody.
Right.
Okay.
No, it's the bottom shaming. Works every time.
ท่านคะท่านเห็นหรือยัง
No, I have not seen this. I do not.
So have you seen your son getting plowed?
No, I do not go for Hub.
Like, I'm in the middle of work. How did you see this in the middle of work day?
Don't ask questions, sir.
พ่อไม่เคยคิดเลยนะว่าแกเป็นคนแบบเนี้ย
About him?
ไอคนในคลิปนี้มันเป็นใคร
I don't know.
Why is everybody looking at porn in the middle of the daytime?
ใครนะนึกไม่ออก
ไปพ้นหน้าพ่อเดี๋ยวนี้
Girl, you brought me here.
So great, not so great, and without his powers and thinking new stuff. And Grandma, go because there have been a lot of people dying.
แก่แล้วต้องมีคนอยู่ด้วยตลอดเวลา
It's been a busy episode. We only like 20 minutes in.
ยายไปอยู่กับป้ากิ่งก่อนนะจะได้มีคน
We're averaging
ได้
like
ทำงานอย่างสบายใจด้วยไง
a butt every 2 minutes and a death every 2 minutes. Is there a correlation?
ไม่มีอะไรหรอกยาย
Am I complaining?
Correlation does not equal causation, but
Somehow they're gonna trace the IP address or something, right? Of who uploaded it.
they can see his face.
That's true. They can also use detection.
They were like, "Who is this person?"
ถือซะว่าทำเพื่อหลานนะ
ทามรู้ใช่ไหมว่ายายรักทามมาก
I do. Now get in the fucking car, please. Nice knowing you, Grandma.
ถึงแล้วบอกด้วยนะ
Oh my god! And then he thinks he can apologize through a coffee cup because he wrote "I'm sorry" in one of the memories.
ต้องการอะไร
Oh.
It's a nice table, though.
พากรกับอมรรัตน์
Oh, he is being upfront.
ชื่อคุณไหมครับ
Oh, on the Lazy Susan.
Ooh, come on, Lazy Susan.
Yeah, I told you it was a nice card table.
เอาเงินนี่ไปใช้สบาย
They should have been having sex on a Lazy Susan, not a pool table.
ๆไปซื้อคอนโดดีๆอยู่สักห้อง หรือไม่ก็พาไปรักษาเบาหวานที่โรงพยาบาลเอกชนดี
ถ้ายุ่งกับยายผมแชร์ทุกอย่างแน่
Expose what? What's everything?
ๆไม่ยุ่งแน่
ผมไม่ถอย
Can I still sleep with your
แต่
son?
คุณจะยอมพูดว่าคุณเป็นคนฆ่าพ่อแม่ผม แล้วก็ยอมเลิกทำธุรกิจชั่วๆนี่ไม่รู้หรอก
I'd be like,
That's optimistic, but
I'd be like, okay, I killed your parents. What you gonna do about
พ่อ
it?
แม่เธอแล้วอีกอย่างนึงนะ ถ้าทามคิดจะแฉธุรกิจชั่วๆของอา สุดท้ายมันจะสาวไปถึงต้นตอว่าจริงๆแล้ว เจ้าของบ่อนพนันที่เริ่มต้นธุรกิจนี้
Your parents.
คือพ่อกับแม่ของเธอ
Ooh.
มึงโกหก
Damn.
ยายทามเองก็คงจะใจสลายหน้าดู ถ้ารู้ว่าบ้านหลังที่ยายกับไทม์อยู่มาจนถึงตอนเนี้ยมันก็มาจากเงินชั่วๆเหมือนกันขอเตือนอีกอย่างนะหุ้นส่วนคนอื่นของอาไม่ได้ใจดีแบบนี้ถ้าอาเป็นไทม์อาจะอยู่เฉยๆ
I'm nice. I gave you $5 million in your life to walk out of here. Punch him.
มันไม่ตอบไลน์ผม
You wanna see me again
หลบไป
เย็นนี้ไปกินข้าวกัน
ไม่ไป
Damn, dick was that good. All right.
เอาร้านที่พี่ชอบก็ได้
ไม่มีอะไรครับ
Interesting Okay
ป้าครับก๋วยเตี๋ยวไก่เพิ่มพริกใส่กระเทียมเจียวเยอะ2 ที่ครับ
ป้าครับผมกินเผ็ดไม่ได้ผม แล้วก็ผมไม่ชอบกระเทียมแบบ
Aww.
แล้วก็ไม่เอาเลือดได้ไหมครับ
Girl, you just said.
I hate when I go out with people and they're like, I'm like, so what do you want? Anything's fine with me. Okay, let's eat here. No, I don't want that.
Girl think about he can't have spicy food because
ไม่กินเหรอ
It's bad for his tummy.
Yes exactly thank you Topher it's
Oh my god, this is like
alright well no sex tonight
whatchamacallit in my stand and he's rich and he's not used to this like
Peasant food.
Bitch, you eat like this? Like
พี่เกรซไม่รู้จริงๆเหรอวะ
ไม่รู้เรื่อง
that I leaked your
เรื่องคลิปไง
Okay
ก็ว่าจะถามทำไมพี่ไม่อัพลง OnlyFans อ่ะ จะได้ตังค์ด้วย
It's like, yeah, I look good in that shit, girl. Monetize.
Wait, what?
พี่ทำเพราะอยากดังเหรอ
Interesting
แต่ก็ลืมไปว่า ในคลิปไม่ได้เห็นหน้าพี่นี่ สุดทำไมอ่ะ
เพราะธุรกิจที่บ้านเกรซมันเฮี้ยไง
Okay
ไปบอกพ่อด้วยนะ เอาเงินคืนไป พี่ไม่อยากใช้เงินชั่ว
Oh
นี่พี่อะไรนะกับพ่อผมอยู่เหรอโหเฟี้ยวอ่ะ
he was so happy like he had a sex tape leave like one night in Paris.
It's like you fight with my dad, girl. Let's make another one tonight. Yes.
Not after the spicy. Oh my god.
Some people are into that.
Oh really? I have so much to learn about you, Topher.
พี่เดินไปทำไม
Not me.
แล้วพี่จะไปไหนต่อ
ๆกลับ
Where
บ้าน
you going?
ไปเอากันไห
Can
ม
I come?
Wanna hook up?
ออกจากบ้านไม่ได้ชักว่าวมาเหรอ
วันนั้นพี่ยังอยากได้
Yeah, twice. But you want to hook up?
Oh, he takes his mask off this time. Okay.
Kiss him.
Interesting.
A little smooch.
Okay, but he messes up this conversation, right?
แนนอยู่ไหน
แนนคือใคร
คนที่พี่ชายเกรซจับตัวไปอยู่ไหน
Okay. Alright, time.
Tom gonna die too if you don't do anything. Just watching people die.
You don't get information out of people if you just kill them.
เฮ้ยหยุด
You keep running to killing them too quickly.
Okay. We don't see how
They just
Okay.
give him to you?
Oh, alright.
ไปทำแผลหน่อยไหม
Yeah. He's the boss's son.
ไม่ไป
Seems
But in his
legit.
dream timeline, they wouldn't even listen to him.
Yeah.
He's more eviler in the.
He got street cred. He's murdered a
อ๋อ
couple
ไปไหน
people.
เนี่ย
right.
อ๋อ ลืมไป
He literally killed the lady.
ขอบคุณมากที่ช่วยพี่ออกมา แต่ไม่ได้ช่วยอะไรแนนเลย
จะให้ผมช่วยยังไงอ่ะก็พวกแม่งมีปืนอ่ะ
แน่ใจว่าช่วยไม่ได้ ตอนที่เกรซออกมาห้ามอ่ะ ทุกคนก็หยุดฟังเกรซหมดไม่ใช่เหรอ
Oh.
ถ้าผมแม่งโดนยิงตายจะทำยังไง
มึงก็เลยปล่อยให้คนคนหนึ่งตายเพราะความขี้ขลาดของมึงเหรอ
Yes, it's scary.
คนอย่างพวกมึงนี่แม่งควรชิบหาย
Yeah, there's no longer a BL.
เดี๋ยวก่อน
ไม่ต้องตามมา
มึงไม่ตายคนหนึ่งเลยสัตว์
Wow.
เมื่อสักครู่ที่ผ่านมานะครับทางทีมข่าวได้รับข้อมูลจากบุคคลรายหนึ่งที่กำลังรวบรวมข้อมูลหลักฐานเพื่อจะแฉบริษัทโลจิสติกส์ชื่อดังว่ามีส่วนร่วมในธุรกิจบ่อนและการพนันออนไลน์นอกจากนี้นะครับยังมีหุ้นส่วนที่เป็นนักการเมืองและนายตำรวจยศใหญ่อีกเป็นจำนวนมากครับ
Uh-oh. The final boss.
Who's he?
I don't know, but he look kind of fine. Hello.
This is the guy who wasn't as nice as the other shareholders.
I don't know. He looked like he might be kind of nice.
Uh-oh.
แกจะทำแบบนั้นไปทำไม
ผมว่าคุณต้องไปถามน้องคุณแล้วล่ะครับ
Or maybe I should ask you why you let him go.
ไม่เรียบร้อยอยู่
As the people who had him.
Right.
เนี่ยตามผนังเอาออกให้หมดเลยนะ
You're here. I'm angry. I can kill you without a problem.
ต้องทำนะเกรซบริษัทเราอ่ะเคยเกือบล้มละลายมาแล้วนะ
Oh no.
กู้ชีพบริษัทโดยการฆ่าคนนี่เหรอ
Well,
I'm just calling a spade, Daddy.
People do anything for money.
เกรซเกรซ
So now this is where Great gets shot.
perhaps yes.
And Mama. His mama got to die too.
เกรซหยุด
Oh yeah.
But then-
so this is where it's,
น้องล่ะ
Who takes
พ่อเดี๋ยว
revenge?
นี้ลูก
If it's not
the other guy who was
ไม่
smoking
เคยถาม
at
ผม
the
เลยว่า
other
อยากทำไหม
guy.
Boom.
no.
Oh, okay.
None of it happened.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
But he still gets shot. At one point. Oh. Oh, it is the same day, so. Oh, this is fucking Tonkla.
I said it like 2 episodes ago. You trust that little homie.
I mean, good job finding out that he was there on the scene. I am like, that's impressive.
Meanwhile, Gray's like, who the hell are you? I've never seen you a day in my life.
That brings episode 6 of 4 Minutes to an End. In this episode, we got to see that nothing from the first 5 episodes even really fucking matter. And so we're just, just starting anew. And also it shows how a Thai BL story can be told in 1 episode instead of using 5 episodes. So sometimes we don't always need, we can condense stuff down. One of the things that we learned is that without the 4-minute powers, that Great doesn't have a change of conscience, and that one change of conscience, and then it comes again and again and again, and his personality is totally different because he has a chance to go back where him just going through and living whatever decisions he's decided to go through just makes him harder and just hardens what he wants to be. Also, Time is a little bit different. Time is more vicious, and Time was like, you know what? We're gonna put this sex tape out, and then like Great's like, did you get my good side? Let's do it again. Let's do it again. You don't want to do but your family and stuff like that. No, we don't really care about that. Everything is like more death. There's more death in this original timeline, but Great still gets shot. He still gets shot. Like, it's almost like a new series for the next 3 episodes, whatever happens. I saw Topher, you down there were vindicated about someone and something.
Yes.
That
we're at now at a 1.42 ass to episode ratio. So we're back on track. I have some general questions that may or may not ever get answered. We'll have to see. But yes, I'm still of the belief that it is him in his, his dying moments, his brain running out of oxygen, trying to rewrite history. And that's what we've seen the last 4 or 5 episodes. One question that comes up with that now is, where did he learn about like 4 minutes phenomenon, like time jumping? Because like in whatever like timeline or whatever we saw for like the first 5 episodes, he just suddenly had this power. And then through like meeting other people and like interacting with the doctor, he learned about this ability because of the doctor's friends' research, blah, 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 blah. But like in this like initial timeline or whatever, he doesn't have that. So he didn't have those conversations. He's not met that. So how does his brain know while it's like gasping for oxygen? How does it suddenly learn about this 4 minutes phenomenon that people who go into cardiac arrest have? Or he learned about that when his brain made it up, but how does his brain know to make it up if he has not had those actual conversations or met those people in the real timeline?
Also very interesting that you bring it up, because the doctor who is doing the research in this timeline doesn't bring it up to time. He doesn't bring it up at all. So it's not like it takes place here. So yes, you have a very interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know how that information gets to Great's brain. Maybe the 4 minutes phenomenon just doesn't exist. Maybe that's just some fallacy Great's brain is making up here to try to rewrite time. He's like, you know what? I need a superpower to do this. Maybe. I don't know. I said it jokingly however many episodes ago. It's Tonkla. Tonkla shot him. But, I still said it, so I'm claiming it. Granted, I said Tonkla. I said a lot of people did a lot of things, but you know what? I was throwing things, spaghetti at a wall. This piece of spaghetti stuck. I'm calling dibs on that piece of spaghetti.
Claim it. Claim it.
I'm claiming.
Claim it.
Again, for like 3-4 episodes ago, I didn't trust that there's something about that little psychopath. I didn't trust him. There's a look in his eyes. I'm like, I don't trust him. What is his motive? I don't know, but he out here killing bitches. So he shot Great for a reason. The only tie I can put together is because Great was there when his brother was murdered. And we also saw like last episode at the beginning that, Tidal was getting kidnapped. So he's probably just like, he's like, both of you guys were involved here, so I'm gonna just kill both of y'all. I didn't see who killed him, so I'm gonna just kill both of y'all and call it a day. I'm sure it's gonna make for interesting conversation when, Tonkla talks to Korn next. Hey, I shot your baby brother.
Got Korn's with the woman CEO,
So we don't even know if they're...
Maybe. We don't know. That all could have been part of the dream. We don't know. Because Tonkla wasn't outside of that whole little thing there. Tonkla wasn't in this episode. So like, I don't know if any of that whole Korn sleeping with this woman to blah, blah, blah is true. Maybe Great just out here dreaming about, maybe he didn't want his brother to be gay. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna fix this in my deathbed. I'm gonna make you sleep with this woman. You can't be with this little boy anymore. Oh. I don't know. Although he's never met this little boy. I don't think he's met Tonkla. I don't know that he and Tonkla have ever shared a scene together. So I don't know why Tonkla would be in his memory, him rewriting all these things. I don't know.
What did I say? Dreams and bad writing.
I like to believe that they have a plan and their plan will include this little thing. So right now, I don't know the answers, but I'm certain by the time we get to the end of the series, they will have written in answers for me and explanations. And I'm sure that they thought about these. It will all make sense when it needs to make sense.
But they're showing Great's memories in the same episode sequence as Tonkla's memories, or Tonkla's involvement in Great's past. Like, they're two separate showings. Like, we're seeing what's going on with Tonkla, and we're seeing what's going on with Great. And that's why we get insight into Tonkla's life, and why he would have shot Great in the present. But it's not like Great is thinking about Tonkla's life in his memories, because he's never had to use his 4 minutes power with Tonkla.
So if I'm catching what you're saying, which will work as an explanation for me, and I will be fine. Great is grading. He's doing all his stuff.
Yeah.
He's changing the timeline.
Yeah.
But that what we're seeing, or what we have seen past 5 episodes involving Tonkla Corn, sexy police officer with a dingling, just dingling.
There's still events that happened.
Those are events that happen, but they're not being those particular events, not like alternate timeline. Those are outside of Great. So like anything involving Great, time, and interactions that Great has had with people are Great rewriting, but the things we're seeing with Tonkla is just what's fucking happening.
It's a bit of both. So everything before Tonkla murdering Tidal is Great's interjections. So we see Great saving Dome, and we see Dome saying, "Hey, I'm home, Tonkla," and Tonkla getting that bit of ghost memory. But Tonkla killing Tidal and all that other stuff is canonical in the original timeline. But I think where the story is going is we're going to stop Tonkla, and we're going to stop Dome dying, so Tonkla doesn't go on revenge. So we're just trying to wrap up the bits in which Great gets killed. So in order to prevent Great's death, we stop Tonkla from wanting to have revenge. The sequences in the past are probably going to get fixed because we can't have Great dying.
I mean, we can.
This is the same company that did Kim Porsche and that ending, so I don't have any.
Which was perfect. But not incur the wrath of the Kim Porsche fandom right now.
Different writers.
I still think it's the dream, and it's going to be just loop. There's going to be holes in this. There's going to be big holes, and you just say, "Okay, yes, that was good."
And as has been established, I'm here to, find world peace one hole at a time. So I'm gonna fill all these holes with whatever. I will do whatever mental gymnastics I need to do to fill these holes to make it make sense. Because I like to believe that the writers know what they're leading me on a path that they intended. They intended us to go down this path and have these thoughts.
You know what? Sometimes, and this is total side note, there's some BLs that are watching and maybe the writing is fine, but the editing. And sometimes the editing, and there are editors who want to like, okay, we need to move this. And they remove sections of information, or they just, so we'll say the writers are fine. It's just the editing, and they wanted to get it in 8 episodes. If they had 14 episodes,
don't you put that? Don't you bring that back into existence, DC? Highlanders finally learning to be concise and bring it down to 8. Don't you dare take us back to the Stone Ages. Whatever is happening, they intended us to see, and we're supposed to know what we're supposed to know when we're supposed to know it. So Tonkla.
Any other thoughts on this episode?
It was a lot of stuff I already saw, which I love those episodes.
Flashbacks.
I love flashbacks to things I just saw. I understand the purpose of it because it was showing us, again, the unchanged timeline. What has happened to lead up to this point, and what the actual events were. So I get that. But I just saw this last episode. I just saw this 2 episodes ago. It's not been that long. I remember these things. We can shorten the scene. Instead of giving me the full argument with Mama and Great outside the building, you can give me the last 3 lines and then Great getting into the car. Instead of giving me these full scenes that I already saw. There was a lot of darkness. I spent so much time just kind of am I just looking at my monitor wrong? Is it just like a glare or something? I'm like, I can't see shit that's happening on this screen right now. Which I know Edison has said in past about other episodes, but I'm like, it got really dark this episode in a lot of spots. And I'm like, there's a whole lot of just nothing happening. Could have trimmed out. But I still enjoyed the ride we went on. Again, 1.42 as episode ratio.
I think what's going on is that, like, first of all, I want to say that Great's lack of decision making, or his freakouts, his panics, you know, the things that he did wrong in his original timeline. Like, I understand to an extent the actions he's taken and the panic that sets in. And I think it's unfair for at least the Doctor to kind of go, you should have saved her, blah, blah, blah. I feel like the moments that he has the 4 minutes power are based on, you know, big emotional impact statements that elicit trauma or something. So those are his biggest regrets, in which his brain is kind of going back in time and going, if I did this differently, you know, what would have happened, and so and so. So the 4 minutes power kicks in these pivotal points in which, for me, I don't see it necessarily as a personality change, but as a, like, if I knew the consequences of my actions, I would have done things differently. But because I didn't have that foresight, you know, this is the hand I dealt with. Like, things happen so fast in his situations. So in his brain, he's rewriting major regrets. He's rewriting love at first sight. So how he met Dr. Time as well. Like, that's when he had a 4-minute rewind. He regrets the conversation he had on the roof because he wants to help Dr. Time with Nan. So there's many things that he's able to tap into. Maybe it's that emotional kind of like impression that allows him to remember things so clearly, so he can go back and do that in his state of mind. Like, his character veers on being like this poor, sad bad boy. And I guess we can see that there are glimpses of change when he knows that he can prevent terrible occurrences from happening. The whole Tonkla situation makes a lot of sense. I think they've left enough breadcrumbs for us to kind of understand, like, why Tonkla would do what he does. He probably looked at Tidal's phone and saw that they had a conversation and, like, worked out from there that Great was involved. Maybe he even found the dash cam, because, like, we don't know what Tidal would have done with that. The rest of the episodes, I feel like, would just be Great using his last minute left to kind of explore the permutations of what will save him from dying in the timelines. It's hard because there's not a lot of, like, evidence that what he does will have impact, though. I don't know if, like, Tonkla hearing Dome is just like a side effect of the changes that are gonna happen or whatever, or if things will actually stick. So I'm interested to see whether or not they'll go down that road and explain whether or not he can save himself. But also we'll have to see why Time gets shot. So I feel like we're gonna get Time's perspective next episode, because they always do that. They always go, hey, this is the main character, and then we get to see the other character's perspective. But yeah, it was interesting seeing, like, Great pre-death, all those changes, and, like, interesting to see the lengths that Dr. Time was willing to go through.
I wonder, not that it makes any big difference, just for my own curiosity, like, I'm wondering now, since we saw this, you know, initial timeline, whatever, and, you know, he hit her, boom, she did. Before, when we saw, you know, him flashback and, you know, still hit her, but, like, call the ambulance and, like, okay, saved her life, blah, blah, blah. We got this whole story about that, how she was trying to end it. She was trying to unalive herself, blah, 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 blah. Is that just his brain trying to make him feel better that he did a hit and run? Because, like, he didn't have these conversations with this one. We have no actual context of whether or not she was trying to unalive herself in this actual timeline. We just know that she got hit by this car and he left. Is he trying to make himself feel better by just inventing this storyline that she suddenly had this son and she wants to unalive herself? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud now.
Well, I mean, it was in the tunnel and she's like, so it's a possibility.
And I guess there also is the new big boss man, the final boss, you know, the Shao Kahn of the Mortal Kombat universe.
But the thing is that Time had a conversation with her in the hospital. So we kind of see how timelines change because he doesn't kill her in that one. The people actually do persist somehow. It's going to be a lot to think that time imagined all of those conversations as well.
It's a lot happening in 4 minutes. That's all I can say.
We'll find out next week, and because we have 2 more episodes left, and it's just going to come out in the next 2 episodes, or maybe it won't come out. That's it for us tonight. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is the shortened cut version. If you want a longer uncut version, just go head over to Topher's Patreon or Femmes React Patreon to catch the longer uncut versions. Also, check out everybody's social down below, and we hope to see you next week for episode 7. See ya, bye.
Uncut.